Where you are in the world, welcome again to Island of Sport. I'm back in the Brack. Yeah, it was a good one, but I'm back here now in the Brack. And what can I say? I have the man that people have been asking for. I found him. Yes, man, I found the man. I found Mr. AKITO Lewis. And we're gonna have a chat this afternoon with him. A good youth. I know him very well.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. Tell me about your early years in the Brack, AKITO.
Okay, well, early years, when I was 3 years old,
Mhm.
started playing football. Pass it to me in the yard, and I would kick it back to her. The only how I know that is because she keep reminding me almost every day.
So she was your first coach.
Basically, my
Yeah,
mom was my first coach.
right.
So when I got older, obviously, started playing football at school. Started to like it.
Yeah.
Um, during during that time, I just liked sports in general,
Hmm.
running, jumping, any sport that I could get my hand on, I was in.
Yeah.
Um, and going primary school, kind of toughened me up because having to play, um, basically on a sandy pitch
Yeah.
by Sport Bay
Scott
School
Bay Primary.
before they have the beautiful field that we have.
Hmm.
They had sand and rocks there, and that way the goals were set up.
And you have to play on that.
You will have to play on that. So
Hmm.
that kind of toughened me up from small. That getting scrapes and cuts and all that. Playing football there, lunchtime and everything. So we didn't have a structure like how we have now, where we
Hmm.
have the grassroots, the U11s, the U15s, and then the men. We had kind of like one group. So it started on the 13, but by me being younger, Mr. Mitchum used to offer a program in Sport Bay
Hmm.
where after school we'd have football, like a little hour training, just something light to learn how to play football. And then after that, he would go to the high school because like I said, we didn't have this field until recently actually. So I would catch ride with him to the high school, and then he's the coach, so he would coach the under 13s at the time. And going through that, it went up to on 13,
All
on
right. We
15.
wait, I just want to stop you there. So what you're saying is that back in the early years, when you were coming through, it
Hmm.
started at U13. You
Yeah,
didn't have like the grassroots that they have now.
no, I don't recall us having a younger group
So what happened is
in
that Mr.
particular.
Mitchell usually come into the school
Hmm.
and you would stay and do that
That little
program
training he
training
would
there.
have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Hmm.
He would do a little light training with the whoever was interested in playing football then.
Right.
And then after that training would finish, he would go by the high school and train the people that are very serious about it.
Yeah.
So by me being a little bit younger, I played with the under 13s, but I was younger.
Also,
So
usually actually be with the high school too,
yeah,
based
um,
on because but you were younger than
yeah, I
them.
was younger
Oh, so you're like
than
in
that group,
primary school playing with the high
high
school.
schoolers
Oh,
almost, and then
yeah.
um, and I appreciate it because that made me a better
No
player.
man, it's a good development.
Yeah,
That
because by me being a young age and then playing with a age higher,
yeah,
it taught me to play better,
yes,
faster
yes.
because I had to.
Right.
So I am very appreciative
Which
that
is it?
I got that training in
Yeah. So you've been in football. What you say all your life?
all my life.
All your life. Um, you mentioned something that you didn't have a grassroots program,
Yeah.
but now you have a grassroots program here in the Brack, and you responsible for it.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the grassroots program.
All right. So the grassroots program is from the guidelines is from 6 to like 9,
Right.
but we kind of lenient if your kid is a little younger than 6,
Hmm.
but they can comprehend and they can understand what I'm trying to make them do. So like if a kid is, for example, 4 years old,
Yeah.
they can come as long as they can do what we do. So it's a big help coming through to have that I didn't have.
Yeah.
to get where I am now.
Right.
So the group that I have, the grassroots, the younger ones, they're gonna be miles ahead of where I am at right now because they're getting from younger
From younger age.
age. Yeah,
And then you have the experience
yeah.
to really,
So
yeah. Go ahead,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I teach the grassroots, and there's some really high potential children that I teach.
Yeah.
Very skills, more skilled than I was at that age
Yeah.
because they are training. So
And then I've seen persons who, and then when you leave the grassroots now, you go to U11. So you have the
hmm
different age group now. It's not
yeah,
like in your age when you have to make that big
big
jump.
jump. Yeah.
You have a U11. You have
hmm
the U13, U15,
hmm
U17
hmm
men.
hmm
So it's
It's
totally
it's
different.
almost like our own academy
Right.
basically because it starts from 6 go up.
Development.
Very good development.
You also run another program. You also do the daycare.
Yeah, the daycare in the
Tell me about the
mornings.
daycare because they are very young and they're doing sports.
Yeah, the daycare, I think it's Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
I have the daycare here at the complex.
Mm-hmm.
The daycare have their own driver that that helps, and he drives them here and drops them off, and then I um teach them little things like just the fundamentals,
Yeah.
coordination,
Mm-hmm.
and just little things that prepare them for life when they get older. That
Yeah.
is, I think, is very valuable and key because from when they're small, like in the daycare, they're gonna learn that sports is nothing to be feared. It's nothing to be scared about.
Yeah.
It's something that helps you,
Yeah.
and they're gonna eventually be more healthy because they're doing sports from young and they think that it's just games.
Right. And
So
then what happened with the daycare is that some of the things they learned at daycare, they actually bring it into the primary school. You're talking about what the one where you throw on the grab
yeah,
on the back and so on.
well, we call it the beanbag throw,
Being back
but
through.
before it was called the ball throw.
Yeah.
But we do beanbags so that we
Yeah.
can get a good measurement.
Mm-hmm.
So it teaches them coordination with hand-eye coordination,
Right.
and we do um, a beanbag race where they pick up the beanbags and run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all fun-based games that
Right.
teach them core fundamentals that they need from now.
From now.
So,
All right. Peter, I was here when the U18 went to the final
hmm
of the FA Cup, Cayman Islands FA Cup, the U18 team,
hmm
and they have that. I interview person and they talk about that.
hmm
I also learned of the 1999 team that won,
hmm
right? But you were involved in a team.
Yes.
You were involved in the U17
Yeah.
team that went to the finals.
Yeah.
I believe it was the year 2011. You were
Mhm.
on that team. Tell me some of the players and tell me that experience.
Okay, well, like you just said, that the recently the our current U18s,
Mm-hmm.
they had they went to the final, but before that, the the group that I was in
Yeah.
made it to the finals of the same FA Cup um in Grand, and yeah, the players there are quite a few big names that you're not aware of because you weren't here,
Yeah.
but you had as a goalkeeper we had
Mm-hmm.
Edmund Lee Keaton. He was a goalkeeper. I was left back. Always been left back from small. Centre back was Giovanni. Other centre back was at the time. Think I can't remember the other centre back at the time
Mm-hmm.
right now. Right back was Deshaun Young. Um, Amanda Nelson. She's actually
Amanda, you have a
Amanda
female playing
Nelson.
with you?
Yeah, we had a couple of
Wow.
female on the team.
Yeah.
Then because we didn't have them split where girls versus boys, it was
Yeah.
a mixed league.
Mm-hmm.
So if a girl wanted to be in the league, they could be in the league as long as they're around the same age as the under 17 or under 13 example. So
Oh.
we had Kara in the midfield. He was like our own version of Iniesta.
Yeah.
Very creative player. Connect well with the strikers and the midfielders. We up forward we had Nicholas. Um, that would be David, young David, that comes to our programs.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
That would be his brother.
Okay.
He was a striker.
Cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a really promising team. Thomas Jackson. He was in the midfield at that time too. He actually scored a crucial goal leading up to the final. We were at the semi-final.
Okay.
It was against Cayman Athletic, Coach Gillet team, and we were losing 1-0 at the time. And a ball came back to him in the midfield, and he just kicked it. Because to be honest, that game we were kind of frustrated because things weren't going our way.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll tell you that he meant to score, but from where I was, it looked like he just kicked it to try to kick it away.
Man just kick the ball and the ball going like goal.
Yeah, and it was a screamer.
Yeah.
It was from at least 35 yards
He will
out.
say something different.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was like from 34, 35 yards out.
Yeah.
Went in the bottom corner. Everybody and Cayman Brock went mad because it equalized us, and we went on to win the game. Either I think it was 3-1 or 3-1 or 4-1, and that led us to the final. We played that in Annex. The final we played in uh, Edmund
Truman Button.
Borden field.
And then what happened in the final? Did you you lost the final, but
Yeah, we lost the final.
but it was
a amazing experience
Yeah.
because at that time they weren't our local station wasn't really videotaping games,
Yeah.
but the final they broadcasted on the radio and on the local channel
Okay.
that the
Good
final was going to
exposure.
take place, and they videotaped it, so it was live. If you had a TV back then and with the local channel, you could watch us live play it. And I think by our players being a little bit younger than the team that we played, which was Borden Town, they were one of the top teams in Cayman Islands at that time.
The occasion get to them?
Yeah, the occasion kind of got to us a little bit. Like I said, it was the first time being on TV. So me being a younger player was nerve-wracking. Yeah, so but like I said, it was a big learning experience. We went to the final, we fought.
Yeah, man, that's very
and
good.
it is what it is.
Very good. And then you came through. I know Thomas came through, and you're still with the team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here now. Where I've been questioning myself why you are not a part of the national team, but you are telling me that you got called twice to the national team.
Yeah, I
What
got.
happened, Kito? One time, two time, twice.
Yeah.
What happened, man?
I got called up twice, like you said,
Uh-huh.
for the national team. The first time I went down and I stayed with my uncle because he lives down in Grand. So I stayed for like 2 weeks to train with the national team. They getting everything organized. They told me that I was gonna be a starter because at the time they didn't really have a dedicated left back. So they really wanted me, but the tournament that they were going off to was the same time as my family vacation, my annual family vacation, and I'm a type of person that hold family very close. So I chose my family over football, which is understandable. So I didn't go in to that tournament that they had because my family vacation.
You train with the team and everything, but
Train with the team, and they was.
And you feel you would start in that team?
Yeah, there was no left back, and I was
there. What happened the second time? Family again?
Family again, the same thing.
Your family
So it was.
Yeah.
Which maybe I should have bitten at it. Maybe I should have just put my family on hold for a little bit and then get a cap or two. You never know. Maybe we would have came higher in that tournament. But I don't have no real regret about it because, like I say, family becomes,
Family is family, bro.
yeah, family.
Family is family. All right. So the other thing I want to ask you this question.
Hmm.
There's how do you take it?
Hmm.
Cayman Brac is like a, what should I say, academy for the entire Cayman Island.
Hmm.
You get kids in the grassroots program, what program, you bring them right through, and then you
Hmm.
hear that, hey, that kid is gone to Grand.
Hmm.
He gone to Grand and he's with that team and he's with that team, and he come back.
Hmm.
He or she come back to play against Cayman Brac.
Yeah.
What do you say about that? It affect you? You
Um,
say
no, it's more of opportunity in Grand Cayman
mm-hmm.
to be seen and to get scouted, whether that's to do football part time as a semi pro or to go to college and play ball. So the natural progression is, when you come from here is when you get better and teams want you in Cayman.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe majority of the young players get um, very interested in getting a higher level of football that
Mm-hmm.
they feel that they can't get here. So they move and then they play with a team down there. I experienced that same thing while playing. A lot of teams wanted me. Coach Gille, he was one of the mean ones that really wanted me on his team. But I I'm still flattered that he felt that I could be a betterment of his team. But the loyalty that I
For the Brac.
have for the Brock. So I just said, I don't want to play with you because I'm playing with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept that mentality for many years to play with the Brock.
To play with the Brac. Division One team. You have seen it. You're playing. How long you have been playing for the Brac?
For the men's
For the
team,
men's team, senior men's
for the
team.
men's team, it's been, when did we start back? 20 when I graduated, 2012.
That time.
Yeah, they finally started the men's team back again.
Mm-hmm.
The first season I didn't take part. It was Thomas took part. We are the same age. He's in my
Yeah.
same year group. He took part. That year was my obviously my final year at school. So that first season I just kind of, I said, guys, I appreciate that I can play with the men's team even though being younger, but I took that time to try to focus on my studies.
Mm-hmm.
So to make sure that I passed all my exams. So that's that first season to 2012, 2011, 2012. I didn't take part in, but then after I graduated, I said, all right, I'm
And
after
you play
school.
right up to this day.
Yeah, so the
All right.
second season,
All right. So you have seen the good, the
not so
team
good.
not so good. What is your experience of playing like for Division One? I'm gonna ask a question after because the team finished third
Mm-hmm.
and went to the Vice President Cup semi-final.
Semifinal.
Tell me about Division One.
Division One, it's obviously the name says Division One, but the highest level is Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And then first division, and then we recently now they have the second division.
Mm-hmm.
Before they just had the first division and then the Premier League.
Okay.
So we're in the first division with a fairly young squad. Majority of players are between 17, 18, 19, 20. Um, uh, Kind of reluctant to say that I'm a senior player because I don't feel that old.
Mm-hmm.
But
You senior player, man.
yeah, so I'm a senior player
Yeah.
on the team. So it's very um, it warms my heart to see that the younger generation coming up
Yeah.
playing the same thing that I played from from now from grassroots to
Grassroots straight
straight
up.
up.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like I say warm heart
Mm-hmm.
that that to see that the younger players are very interested. And yeah, we came third this season. Um, we just missed out on the playoff spots because the playoff spot is second
Yeah.
in first division, and then last in no second to last in Premier.
Premier.
They play a playoff, and whoever wins goes up. So we unfortunately missed out, but we get them again next time.
Next time. And what does it take? You were on a team that was in the Premiership.
Yes.
What does it take now to go back to the Premiership?
It takes a lot of discipline,
Hmm.
um, a lot of hard work, and a lot of belief.
Yeah.
To believe in the team and believe in whatever the coach says and whatever philosophy they have,
Hmm.
to buy into it, because that's how we've been surviving as a footballing club from day one. Because by us being a small community, we don't got the fastest kids, we don't got the strongest kids, the most technically gifted kids
Hmm.
like they have in Grand Cayman, because they have so much resources there. So what kept us consistently good
Hmm.
in the league is the belief of the coach and buying into what the coach has planned for the season. So it in the Premier League, it the only real difference between First Division and Premier League is the intensity. It's a big jump from First Division. It's a lot more fast paced, stronger,
Okay.
more technical gifted players.
Hmm.
So like I said, I feel comfortable that I am very confident that we can make it to Premier League within 2 seasons.
Within 2 seasons. And
Yeah,
how do you see Cayman Island football, and how do
in the
you see
general.
and general? How you see that Cayman Island football?
It's very now it's getting better because the development is there, and more people around the world know about the Cayman Islands.
Hmm.
So there are more like I said, there are more scouts and more people that are interested in football in Grand. So it's a bright future for Cayman Islands because it's the development is getting there, and I I feel like I feel very proud that I'm a part of the programs here in the Brock to build up the kids, and
Hmm.
eventually maybe I'll see them play a World Cup. Maybe
Yeah,
they might eventually in the next couple of years
me
they
never
might
know.
feel the team that can make it in the World Cup.
And then
So
you hope to go back into the child for the national team. You think they will call you again?
um
You have hope of going there.
I
If they
if
call,
yeah, if they call,
if you do get a call, link
uh-huh.
me and said, what do you think about the family vacation? I give you I give you advice. But do you
Okay.
have any?
Yeah, well, if they call me up, they call me up, and
Mm,
I'm a type of person that I try to better myself no matter what.
mm-hmm,
So whether they call me or they don't call me, I'm gonna try to get better every day at my sport and my favorite sport,
mm-hmm,
the love of my life,
mm-hmm.
football. Um, well, first love
Yeah.
is football, and um, we touched on it a little earlier about my involvement in the programs.
Mm-hmm,
Like you said, I'm the grassroots
mm-hmm.
teacher, and I teach the daycare in the mornings. So yeah, I like if they call me, it's a big thumbs up, and I might right now being more mature, I would probably say take a cap, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And
So
then you're still young.
mhm
The opportunity maybe the opportunity come back.
mhm
But I think that for well, not really at the age group level, but I think that
mhm
for men
mhm
to make it to the this is my opinion now, to
mhm
make it to the Cayman Islands national team,
mhm.
the team must be playing in the Premiership. I think they look at
Yeah.
players in the Premiership more. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the it spines back, so we don't have much exposure down here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have people constantly coming here and
To
checking
watch
out.
and
Yeah,
checking.
so the national team is based on like your performance in Premier League, I would say,
Yeah.
because I've been playing for First Division for a while now, and I never really heard any call up things. But when we were in the Premier League, when we made it to the Premier League, there were a lot of people eyes on you.
Yeah.
So
Premier League.
um, yeah, I feel that in order to get noticed by the national team, you have to be playing in the Premier League, because they don't. It's kind of sad in a way, not having people down here to scout you. So
Mm-hmm.
like the young talent, sometimes it gets unnoticed, and that's why most of the kids down here kind of like tend to to
to
go
go
off
to
the
look,
brand
yeah,
to try to get, you know,
more highlight,
more development,
yeah,
So
development, yeah. Well, Akito. I said Keto, but he's Mr. Lewis. He's Akito Lewis. I said Keto because it is
we've been back.
near to me. Um, I could go on and talk and talk. I always say, with these interviews, this is part one because you're gonna see Keto again. As I said, very near to me. Uh, who knows? Maybe you see him when he make the national team because he's very young. He's still very young, and you know
Yeah.
anything can happen. And you said you have it that maybe in the next 2 years, Cayman Black is in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe.
And as the captain,
Yeah,
which is a big honor to me,
yeah,
to be the captain of this beautiful club. It's a
yeah.
very beautiful club,
Hmm.
very community based,
Hmm.
and the love and the support from the Bracas is
Yeah, yeah, man.
it's felt out there on the field.
Brackers, when football is
When
Brackers
football is here,
Brackers come out.
they come out
Yes,
and support the team.
true.
Win, lose, draw,
Yeah,
they are always there. And the team, I can speak on the team behalf because I'm the captain.
yeah.
That we feel that love and that energy that they give us,
Hmm.
and we'll be back in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I'm
back
pretty
in the
sure.
Premier League. All right. So as I said, I was in Jamaica. Remember the channel? We are upping, right? So I was in Jamaica. I'm back on the side of Brack, Cayman Brack, and I'm at the stadium. Sorry, we are at the stadium, and we are talking to AKITO Lewis. A gentleman who have a passion for Brack. He have a passion for football. He like what he does, and it was only fear that we get him here because a lot of persons be calling say AKITO, wait AKITO. I told Akito, I said, Akito, where are you? We found him today. Again, this is Island Up in Sports. My name is Lenwet Haney. We thank you for watching. We thank you for viewing. Hey, go and subscribe, man. Footballers, go and subscribe. Go and subscribe. This is Akito you were looking for and searching for. And open that here at the channel. He's here now, sitting right beside me. Thank you, everyone. Respect to Curtis. Until then, see you.